moving on to a special race. It's the Walter Wiercinski Memorial Race run at Pocono. Now, let me tell you a little bit about who Walter was for those that don't know. He worked security at Pocono Downs for 34 years. He really spent almost his entire life around the racetrack, and he was really loved by everyone. He was the guy responsible for posing the horses in the winner's circle. So he has pictures with thousands and thousands of horses. He has a big collection in his home. His family loved harness racing as well, and unfortunately, last year at the age of 94, Walter died. So now they have the Walter Wiercinski Memorial Race run in his honor, and Heather has those highlights for us.
Oh, I do. That is great. 94.
Wow.
Wow, I know. Okay. It is impressive. Oh, it is a claiming handicap, $25,000 to $30,000 claimers. The purse is $16,000. Number 2 is ahead of the curve. He's a betting favorite in here. Extremely popular, by the way. Let me just tell you, out of his last 7 starts, he's been claimed 6 different times by 6 different trainers. So everybody wants a piece of this horse, okay? He races, by the way, for trainer Chris Oakes in this one. Number 4 is Courageous Cat, and number 5, Automatic Teller. They're co-favorites for second choice on the board.
Morgan Shark getting to the front for Tom Jackson, but taking some air, and head of the curve, sensing his time, makes the move here. George Nap aboard the 1-2 favorite, is looking for a bounce-back effort, and he's back on top now of Morgan Shark. Meanwhile, Automatic Teller, who led early, has been shuffled back to third. Here comes St. Pete Star first over for Tyler Buter. On his inside ties a Big Star. Then comes Courageous Cat, and the Yonker Shipbird Jolly Jupiter is at the back, but only 4.5 away. Half is 55-3, 29-1 second panel, and ahead of the curve, facing a challenge now from St. Pete Star, who's just a long neck away on the outside. Inside, Morgan Shark back in the pocket after being used early. Courageous Cat second over right behind his cover. The Birds forming a wall there for a moment. On the inside, fifth there is Automatic Teller. Then comes Jolly Jupiter, and back at the back still is Ties a Big Star. 3/4, 123 even, 27 2/3 panel. Ahead of the curve, dealing with a strong charge here from St. Pete Star. Now Courageous Cat winding up 3 wide. Behind the top 3, Morgan Shark and Jolly Jupiter. Top of the stretch, ahead of the curve, in some serious trouble now. Outside is St. Pete Star, far outside Courageous Cat. Ahead of the curve, still with a slight lead though. It's St. Pete Star ahead of the curve, and St. Pete Star.
St. Pete Star, who actually is the oldest horse in the race at age 10, and makes the gutsiest move in the race. He comes first up to win in 151. That's a seasonal best for him. Tyler Buter's in the bike. He paid $26.40. A lot of long shots on today's show. Big money here. Big money. I feel like I'm on
big money, big money,
Wheel
big money.
of Fortune. All right, ahead of the curve, did the work on the front. He ended up picking up second. And oh, by the way, he was claimed again out of this race. So wow. Third was Courageous Cat.